Lesson: Integrating Governance with Organizational Strategy. Integrating governance with organizational strategy is a pivotal component of effective AI compliance and ethics auditing, particularly within the framework of AI governance. This integration ensures that AI systems not only comply with legal and ethical standards, but also align with the broader strategic objectives of the organization. By embedding governance into the strategic fabric of an organization, businesses can mitigate risks, enhance decision-making, and create a sustainable competitive advantage. This lesson delves into actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks that professionals can employ to seamlessly integrate governance with organizational strategy, addressing real-world challenges and enhancing proficiency in AI compliance and ethics auditing. At the core of integrating governance with organizational strategy is the alignment of governance structures with the strategic objectives of the organization. This alignment requires a thorough understanding of the organization's mission, vision, and values, as well as the external regulatory environment. One practical tool to facilitate this alignment is the balanced scorecard, which translates an organization's strategic objectives into a set of performance measures across four perspectives: financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. By incorporating governance metrics into the balanced scorecard, organizations can ensure that governance considerations are embedded into strategic planning and performance evaluation processes. A crucial aspect of integrating governance with organizational strategy is the establishment of a robust governance framework that outlines the roles, responsibilities, and processes necessary for effective decision-making. The COSO Enterprise Risk Management Framework is an example of a comprehensive tool that organizations can use to identify, assess, and manage risks in alignment with their strategic objectives. By adopting the COSO ERM framework, organizations can ensure that their governance practices are proactive rather than reactive, and that they are integrated into the strategic decision-making process. To illustrate the effectiveness of integrating governance with organizational strategy, consider the case study of a multinational technology company that successfully implemented an AI governance framework. This company recognized the potential risks associated with AI systems, including bias, privacy violations, and lack of transparency. By integrating governance with their organizational strategy, they established a cross-functional AI ethics committee responsible for overseeing AI projects and ensuring alignment with the company's strategic objectives. The committee utilized the AI risk management framework, developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, to assess and mitigate risks associated with AI systems. This proactive approach not only reduced the company's exposure to legal and ethical risks, but also enhanced stakeholder trust and improved the overall effectiveness of their AI initiatives. In addition to governance frameworks, effective communication and stakeholder engagement are essential components of integrating governance with organizational strategy. Organizations must ensure that all stakeholders, including employees, customers, regulators, and investors, are aware of and engaged in governance practices. One practical tool to facilitate stakeholder engagement is the Stakeholder Engagement Framework, which provides a structured approach for identifying, analyzing, and engaging stakeholders. By employing this framework, organizations can ensure that governance practices are transparent, inclusive, and aligned with stakeholder expectations. The integration of governance with organizational strategy also necessitates the development of a culture of compliance and ethics within the organization. This involves fostering an environment where employees are encouraged to act ethically and are held accountable for their actions. The Ethical Culture Framework is a practical tool that organizations can use to assess and improve their ethical culture. This framework provides a structured approach for evaluating the ethical climate of an organization, identifying areas for improvement, and implementing strategies to enhance ethical behavior. By cultivating a strong ethical culture, organizations can ensure that governance practices are not only adhered to but are also embraced by employees at all levels. A key challenge in integrating governance with organizational strategy is the dynamic nature of the regulatory environment, particularly in the context of AI. Organizations must be agile and adaptable to respond to changes in regulations and industry standards. The use of scenario planning is a practical tool that organizations can employ to anticipate and prepare for potential regulatory changes. By developing multiple scenarios based on different regulatory outcomes, organizations can assess the potential impact on their strategic objectives and develop contingency plans to address these impacts. To further enhance the integration of governance with organizational strategy, organizations can leverage technology and data analytics. By utilizing advanced analytics and AI tools, organizations can gain insights into governance practices and identify areas for improvement. For example, predictive analytics can be used to identify potential compliance risks and develop strategies to mitigate these risks. Additionally, AI-driven tools can automate routine governance tasks, freeing up resources for more strategic activities. The integration of governance with organizational strategy is not without its challenges. One common challenge is the potential for conflicts between governance and strategic objectives. For example, an organization may face pressure to achieve short-term financial goals at the expense of long-term governance considerations. To address this challenge, organizations must establish clear governance principles and ensure that these principles are embedded into strategic decision-making processes. This can be achieved through the development of a governance charter, which outlines the organization's commitment to ethical and compliant behavior and provides a framework for resolving conflicts between governance and strategic objectives. In conclusion, the integration of governance with organizational strategy is a critical component of effective AI compliance and ethics auditing. By aligning governance structures with strategic objectives, establishing robust governance frameworks, engaging stakeholders, fostering a culture of compliance, and leveraging technology and data analytics, organizations can mitigate risks, enhance decision-making, and create a sustainable competitive advantage. Practical tools and frameworks, such as the Balanced Scorecard, COSO framework, Stakeholder Engagement Framework, Ethical Culture Framework, and Scenario Planning, provide valuable guidance for professionals seeking to integrate governance with organizational strategy. As the regulatory environment continues to evolve, organizations must remain agile and adaptable, ensuring that governance practices are continually aligned with strategic objectives and stakeholder expectations.